Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. We're on part 4 of this survival, it's nuclear guide kind of thing. So we are going to look at the challenges. I've just logged on and I've sold some stuff and some stuff here. So let's some food and scrap some beer. Let's do the scrapping of the beer later. We have quite a number of different kind of bosses around us and we will make use of that. One thing you'll be noticing is Reese, my name is Reese, if anyone didn't know. Why have you got barricade kits sitting here? Good question. Basically, we are going to start doing our market frontier section of things as well. So we need as much as we possibly can. That being said, I am going to go into the inner city now and we will do some quick gameplay because we need to look some food. We need to also do a few bits and bobs here. So let's do this. There is a current boss rush thing going on right now, so we want to try to grab it if we can. This isn't going to be the long. Trying to throw something over here. So this isn't going to be a long video. And my door just broke, so do that. So we're going to go down. In fact, we're not going to do that. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to be smart. I'm going to be quickly smart and buy something here. It's not worth it. Okay, you know what, we'll do that. So you see what I'm going to do in a minute. So because we've got all this stuff around us, we want to kind of systematically deal with what we can and make as much bank as we can. So I'm going to open up my car monster. Soz, not Soz, monster. You know, sponsor the Dead Frontier team. Yeah, come on. So we're going to go left one to deal with the mother sitting there. So we'll just take these guys out quickly. I'll wait till she's actually here before I put it on. You can hear her. Just tell my headset down because it's too loud for me. She is on her way, I promise. Ish. I'll make my way down then, if that's the case. So we do have a mission we do want to try and do as well. Is she? It's almost as if she's disappeared. I get that through that, it's maybe stupid. There's definitely a boss area. She's like gone. There she is there. Okay. I'll get her to come down the way first. Kill this leaper. Oh, no, I'm not. Hold on. I'll just do this. Get the leaper killed first, and then we will pop our herbs. I'm going to eat some nerds at the same time, because I have deserved a bit of a break after the last couple of videos. There we go. Oh, come on. I'll take it. Got a lot of damage here, which is good. It will help overall. Now, we need to be a little bit careful because we've got a little bit of a horde sitting here. And we don't want it to exactly die either. So it is actually picking up. The horde in this area is actually picking up for the speed and that I'm at. This is where the flamethrower would be potentially a better thing to use as well. At this stage we are going to save up our money best we can because we've got items we want to buy for endgame purposes. I like to kill these leapers as well without having to worry. I got a good bit of speed left. Stamina, so we'll just see if we take us out. Here we go. Would actually take it. We'll end up scrapping it. Down one right, so we'll look at this. Yep. This thing's become a little bit more difficult because it's 3 mothers. We're done. 3 titans, 1 mother, 1 wraith. For me, at low levels, wraiths are the scary ones to deal with. So there's a mother. Yep. Come on. Come on. Okay, wraith coming now. Maybe both? Yeah. Got all 3 of them are starting to come in, so we'll need to... Oh, we've got too many titans. So let's resave that. You get too many popping in, just reset the area. That being said, I'm going to look for some meds here. I end up getting money over any heals, let's be honest, but let's see what we can get. But because we're in if we've got a fenced area, we can actually take these guys out quite easily. Just need to be a bit careful. Perfect, take it. Let me check, that's damage, ain't that? XP gain, yeah. That's fine. Okay. So by the looks of it, we are going to find it hard to take these on one at a time. There we go, that's why. So sometimes this game has stupid respawn mechanics, and this is one of them. Okay. So this is getting a bit crowded in here, but thankfully the chainsaw stuns, which is helping a lot. What I do need to do is be very careful because any of these bosses can slip through those bushes and get into this place, and that will cause me a massive headache to deal with. But that's 1 titan down, and we've got 1 more. Let's try to loot this also here. Colt Anaconda, I'm not going to use, well, not that pistol yet. Let's do this, that's an almond down. And we use our grenade launcher here just to take down some more zombies here. Got an XM8, not too bad, but not something we will use either. Get some more nerds. Can't really, there's going to be one coming in first. Oh, never mind, our Titan. That's fine. Titans are the easiest bosses to fight. Mothers are, well, Mothers and Titans are the easiest one to fight. Realistically, with mechanical wise, Titans are the easiest and the basic. Oh, we got another Titan as well. Waiting, please fix. Like, I don't mind fighting Titans, but at least do it after a wave's done, kind of thing. Well, that being said, obviously it will give us XP, but it will probably get us to the next level, which is good. And that's not what we want. I can take on 2 Titans. I can take on 2 Titans and a Mother. I can take on several, but as soon as a Wraith comes into play, it becomes a lot more trickier to deal with because of how they are. I might actually just need to... There's one. And now we just focus on the Wraith there. If you get a Wraith on its own, it's easy enough, I'll be honest. Now we've got the Mother in tow, which is not going to be as easy. So you pretty much just want to circle them if you're using melee. Like, you can do a lot of damage just by circling them. Obviously with the Battle Axe, I can hit 2 enemies at one time, katanas won't. But it is what kind of what it is there. But with every kind of other thing, weapon, you just circle them. If you shoot at distance, just be careful, Mother explodes, remember. But other than that, you pretty much are sorted. Like, this thing's done so far, like, good. Okay, let's look. That's a really good mastercraft as well for this. My PS, and this shouldn't have anything on it. It does? Wait, hold on. 3 times, right. I'm going to head back. Reason being, I'm going to get my next implant slot. Which is a 10% XP boost. Yeah. Just to show, we've got a 10% there. So, quickly look, see what we need to do. XM8, scrap it. Delmar, 1000. Give me a second, my cat's now found her treats. Bought her fresh treats and she has just found the packet. So I need to hide it. With that, worth a lot actually, Jesus. 15. Cool Anaconda. 11. Scrap. Scrap. So 49k. Scrap. Sorted, so got that sorted. Back out we go. And there we go. Now, because the reset's going to happen in the next 7 minutes, we're not going to bother fighting any bandits or anything like that that's around the area. Not worth the time. It'll just be wasted. So instead, we'll go do the mission. See if we get our level up from there. Any bosses we need to fight on the way back, we will. Yeah. So for said mission, we just need to go straight down. We'll loot out from the can as well, because money. In this car. Take all the planks we can get. Flip in here. I did it. Pipe iron and take it. Let her finish and continue. More morphine, we'll take that as well. We went that, we can use wear that for more room. Yeah, we got lots of stunned victims there. Wear that's dead. I'm not eating any more, so I can actually speak. I got more chainsaw damage as well, as you can see, and more melee damage, which is very good. Now, from here, we just go left. But I want to look at this body sitting here. So by the time we get back, there is actually an OA, which we'll maybe be able to participate in, if we're quick enough. Go this way. There's a few bosses as well, let's see. Flaming Titan. Now that's going to have a lot of XP to it. I'm not going to be able to do much more though. Now what's spawned beside that? Let's see. Flaming Giant Spider. So that is one we are not going to be taking on this challenge. Unless you have people you can group with. If you can do multiplayer. Go ahead, take on a Flaming Giant Spider. But I probably won't take it on because it is going to be a bit more difficult to fight than a Flaming Titan, for example. So we're nearly there. Got a couple more before we're in the mission zone. I think mission zone is just find a black box, so we just need to find a helicopter. 8 and 1 shovel, okay. Continue going left. Now I do need to save up on my stamina here. On the off chance I do run into this Titan before this transition happens. That makes things a little bit more awkward, I'll be honest. So let's see. Nope, no Titan. There is a basketball court here. I might be okay try to take it on. Keywords might be. Guaranteed. I deserve that. Now, the Titan will probably kill me on that if that's the case. That means I'll get a fast trap up. It's now coming. So I'll get out of here for now because I did get caught up in it. We won't worry about it just yet. We'll go do the mission, come back, and deal with it from there. The mission's one away, one left. Now we know there's a basketball court on that instance, and we can just save ourselves some issues as well from the aggro that's going to happen with it. It also gives us a bit of time to sort out our stamina here because we've used, well, I've used far too much. Okay, we're nearly there. Okay. TV flight recorder. I'll be it down there. This place has high aggro density, it seems. So let us reset us every now and again just to kind of get them off our backs. The way we do this is just by going at that menu of some sort. You can get rid of some aggro if you run around a block fast enough. Not something I particularly do. Some people do if they'll run out of time and or can do it. We're thankful that this is right here, so I can just go up to this and grab it. Flight recorder, sorted. Atsa's got our XP. And we've got some aggro now, so what might be best to do. It's a good thing we still got that morphine from earlier. Because we could skip instances and just lose this, but it means we lose the chance for our XP considering we've got 70%. So let's just use it to our full advantage, hopefully. All we're doing is running in circles. Few special effects are now coming in. Makes it a bit more difficult, including that Reaper sitting there and the Leaper. So that now makes things a little bit more intense for what we need to deal with. We might just be able just to get away with just killing these stragglers here. There you go, so now round right back into us vomit. That's just killed that aggro. Still building aggro up because we're using a chainsaw, but as expected. But now we're going back to right. And if you remember, like I said, there's a big flaming titan sitting there. And they're not the easy, well, they are one of the easiest ones to deal with because you can just circle around them and do the usual shenanigans. But because this is a flaming one, we do need to make sure we are got full health here because I'd rather be safe than sorry, honestly. So I'm going to just heal. So we've got 2 morphines. I'm just going to put the hat on because it makes me look cool. There we go. So, and how we're going to take this Titan on, because it's a flame one, and so it's stronger, it's faster, and it's got more health, and it's a bit more ugly. But I'm just going to need to kind of figure out how we're going to get it either in area, or are we just going to cheese it with running it and smacking it with an axe. There's some ways to deal with it. I feel like being something this narrow when I'm doing it. Like really be stragglers. There we go. Area's right there. So what we do is we'll take him up a way a bit more. Now he won't ever stun because he is an evolved version. So we just need to run around. Try and not get hit by him. Got a lot of XP here. But because we're getting these stragglers coming in from the entrance, as soon as we kill them, they will respawn elsewhere. But that'll take up a portion of what we can actually have in our instance. That's good for us. Sometimes if they go off screen, they will come back and respawn beside us, and that's exactly what's happening right now. That's fine, it does happen from time to time. But we're just under halfway, sorry. Damage being dealt. Now we could potentially stun him with the battle axe, but we'll try. Not yet, we've not got the damage for it yet. His health's still too high. Still got quite a lot of health left. Still got 70% XP here. He is starting to get down in health. You start staggering. In fact, these ones don't stagger, if I remember. Oh, wait, never mind, they do. So just ram this right up his asshole again. That's us, we killed the first Flame Titan. So it's simple as just run that out. Block 25. Not gonna get any better loot from him, honestly, because of how it's set up. Because it's zone and it doesn't really do much for us, but that's fine, we can deal with that. Just, you know, shut up. What we'll do now is we'll go back to the outpost, try to do the remainder of this away, and then we can continue doing a bit more level and stuff here. So we need to get back quick because we've got 13 minutes left and we want to make as much as we can out of it. And the best way to do that is by using a chainsaw. Won't be using a flamethrower, just a chainsaw here, because it's turned out, at least for me, this is the fastest method to increase your chainsaw mastery. Well, at least with the Dawn Saw. I'm going to test it with other chainsaws as well, including the chainsaw, Survivor's chainsaw. That is one we will potentially use in this area, at least if we have the money to buy it. Don't know if we will, but we'll see. We're one. Away. Two. One bit away now. We head up. So if you have the time, 20 minutes a day, 20 minutes every 3 hours, you have a window where you can earn quite a lot of XP by killing as much as you can. I mean, thinking what you mean by that. So with boss attacks, they have like a built-in system. So see if you kill, let's say 20 zombies, you'll get at least 1,000 XP. If you kill, I don't know, 100,000, you'll get like 100,000 kind of thing. It's just that kind of gimmick. That's why if you do have a time to do it, definitely do it, because you'll earn a lot of XP very fast. And just to show the time of how much we've got left, we've got what, 10 minutes and we are a couple of screens away. We'll have a bit of aggro deal with in a moment as well, because the instance right under Fort Pastor actually has that boss nest still. Go back. There we are. I want to look this quickly because I've still got 10 minutes and that's fine. Down my PS. We'll sell that as well. The one thing I'm kind of cautious about is how much time do we have left on those herbs that I bought. Because we don't have like any sort of timer to kind of gauge, it's going to be a bit more difficult. So we're now here. This instance. Just go hard. If it's in my way, I'll just do it. Get myself up here quickly. And that's it here, so we will make use of this OE now. So I am wondering, still got 70%, so we'll use this to our advantage. We will go close to Fort Pastor to do this. So normally if it is a way to kind of turn like mouse lock or click lock kind of thing, to just run about with a chainsaw. And that's what I would normally do with my Dawn Saw. I mean, I'm not going to be able to do this in this video because it's just, I need to get into doing this now. One thing it does worry me a little bit is because there's a lot more long-armed zombies here than used to be, it might be a bit more difficult to actually grind it. Especially because the leapers are out and about. When I first done this, I don't think I've never seen them here at all, so it might be better to use a makeshift flamethrower going forward. And you know what? Let's do exactly that. Let's go up my level and do exactly that. Here we go, so that in there, and I'm going to put, I'm going to put 5 in that and put 5 in accuracy. Got storage, so nearly halfway there. I'm going to take that makeshift flamethrower, pop it on for that. In fact, no, I'm going to do both. And we'll grab a tank of gas because gas is going to be useful for us. There you go. Gas is cheap, so it's actually potentially better to buy the gasoline to use the makeshift than it is to buy grenades. So it's actually quite disgusting. So we'll go back to the Death Frontier, yeah, and we'll just continue this. There is that bandits? Yeah, 2 bandits. We can do the bandits as well after us. I'd at least try to. So, we've got a makeshift flamethrower. We've got all our kind of grind weapons here, so bring it on. Let me put on some. I'm gonna read a manual here as well, whilst I'm at it. For that 50% more XP. Reload on this isn't good still, it could be improved, I'll be honest, but it's better than nothing. Now because Clayton's added different kind of zombies here, the OAs are going to be a bit more difficult, but you should have a lot more optimal XP gain, it seems, because you've got a lot of spiders, you've got a lot of reapers, loads. In the past it was just kind of reapers and bones types. That was it, but because of how they've done it, there's a lot more to deal with. But this might actually get us to the 0.5% of 0.1% of our explosives. So we'll just use this for a bit. It's not as if we're doing a lot of bad damage here. It's 5 damage per hit. And this is going through several kind of zombies, so it's not particularly bad either. So we are going to continue doing this till the end. We've got another 6 minutes left. Read the book a bit premature, I'll be honest, but it's fine. Obviously you could use whatever weapon you want here, obviously the ones I'm using is more optimal for the cab playthrough I want to present here. You could get away with using an SMG, you could use a shotgun. Shotgun would probably be more safer in honesty. You could use a chainsaw, you can use melee in a sense, but it's not going to be as good considering the rifles aren't going to be as good either. I should get the impaler and that's about it. So it's that is bullshit, how I got hit there. So, doing this way, I should level everything up here for explosives. I'm doing quite a lot of damage for what it is. Don't like getting near the brutes as well whilst shooting them. That's why it just explode quickly. So let's see. 213, let's see. 215. Because those leapers are still there, I'm trying to stay away as best I can. There's a couple of reapers there. Yeah, okay. Obviously, Clayton, if you ever see this, when we get in a reaper, really, I mean, come on. It's a prime weapon sitting there. Could have been done for a hardcore Iron Man. We are trying to use our ammo up here so we're not. Oh, okay. So that's what this is when we go back. So, I made the mistake of getting myself hit several times, so let me just quickly heal up here, because that is not what we want to deal with. Don't want drugs, no thank you. So we want 35. So we fully healed, repair. There we go. Money away. And we'll go right back out. So if you ever get hit, stay close to the outpost. If you run into something like that, don't panic. You can still Alt F4 the screen and you'll be taken out, so you don't need to worry about it. But I'd probably preferable just run back into the outpost. That being said, we are now back out again for round 3. Woo. So let's do what we can here just to get as much XP. Let's try to get to 3000 XP before the OA runs out. We don't want the bonus. We want the bonus to be a bonus, not a hindrance for this. So keep our distance. We'll run through what we need to. Make sure. Obviously, preferably we had more speed, but we don't have that option, unfortunately. So we might actually not even make this goal 300,000 before the away ends, because it doesn't look as if it is a possibility. Minute, 16k. We can certainly try. Yeah, let's take bets here. Let's see if we can do it. As soon as that hits 320, we'll check. Oh, we just made it. But we still got plenty more time to get more XP here. Hey, so we done. The XP actually became bonus XP, which is good. Exactly what we want. We got 100,000 XP there from this as a bonus. 120,000 to be more exact. So let's get our ass back into outpost here. So from here, more explosives, so at 90. For this, I would actually say the reload's still important here. So with that, we're going to take a makeshift off for now. We will pop it away, and we will mark it and deal with the rest of these items here. So we do have 2 more planks. So let's have a look at our challenges still. So we still got about 2 more bits of food, and we still need to scrap 2 beers. So let's start doing this now. So where's my beers? So we've got beer here and a beer here. So we'll take these and we'll scrap them along with the gasoline. Vidalmar, let's have a look, see how much that is. So Vidalmar PS 7000, let's just sell it again. Shovel, 14,000. Let's do that. And pipe. So expensive, 15,000, so I'll put for 12. And lock 25. 10,000. I've also got the Naughty helmet, which is what, 5,000 scrap. And we've got the winter helmet. Winter hat. That is just scrap as well. So with all of this, we're actually going to scrap all of this, including the salmon, maybe. I will just scrap it. Why not? But here's something a little bit crucial I want to remind people of. In this video, I did explain how we're going to get some extra money, one of the methods at least. So let me do the scrappage here. Just get me the next level. Yep. Let me take some money out. Well, let's see. Nails. And planks, so about 4k each. So yeah, so this is how we're going to make our money from this. Let me just double check this one. So they've gotten cheaper because somebody's dropped a bunch, and that is fine. So what we're going to do, maybe, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So we're going to craft some barricade kits here. This is one of the methods we would be able to use to make the most of get the money, basically. Now, one of those kits I'm going to keep on me at this stage. There isn't any room in my storage, and we've got some in the marketplace already, but we might not have room. We do. We have just enough room. So that's fine. Obviously, all this stuff on here that I've marketed, it won't sell. To be transparent, it definitely won't go anywhere, so I'm not particularly fussed about it. Although that dog food I might want to reprice. So, yeah, 1k. It's fine. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to double check the map. So, that's going to be an issue, but we can avoid it, so it's fine. 2 Titans. That might not be an issue at all, but we'll see. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to now go and have a produce a method for you, everyone that can do to. So, somebody bought my skill splitter. Okay, delightful. So I will show you the next method. A method what you can make money from. So on this Frontier or DF profiler, there is a map you can follow. Now I don't have any agility boosts on because it's not worth this trip, but I'm quickly going to try to show you a method to make money basically. So because of how this map is laid out, in this current time in 2025, the map is laid out quite extensively, but there's a lot of areas you can explore. For example, the southeast zone, you need to be level 75 before you can get in the deep areas of it. But that's going to be quite an important part of things as well. So we're going to just hit everything we can, go get our XP as usual. Don't really particularly mind it myself. We are going to cut across here as well because it's going to be important. At the same time, I just want the ammo. Can I loot this as well? Yeah, sure, let me. Okay. So we still got our makeshift grenade launcher for a reason. I'm not buying any other new weapons and such at this stage. So just bear that in mind whilst we continue. So we are going to go down now. So basically we want to go down and right, because what we're going to do for our supply kit, barricade kits, is a supply run basically. We're going to offer people who are camping out in death row the ability to buy some barricades basically, because they might need them on the run. It might be crucial, and I did put quite a bit of money into it, so I want to make my money back. And this is going to be like a profit run because of how cheap barricade kits are, and the outposts because of how it's set up. Because they're one of the most common things in the area, so we may as well pick stuff up like that. If we get some nails or wooden planks on our run here, I am going to say yes to them because we'll use them. We'll either use them to barricade the place I've got in mind, or we will sell them to people for that profit. Now, that being said, we are nearly where we need to be. The only caveat to this is we are going to run into a flaming giant spider. If anyone remembers what I said about 10 minutes ago, we want to avoid these the best we can. They're nasty little fuckers. But that being said, before we even get to where I need to be, I do need to loot two things of food at this stage as well. That would be quite beneficial. Let's do exactly that. Because what we're going to be doing is we're going to go into a deeper zone here. So if you see in the bottom row there, this bit here I'm pointing at, on the top right, that's a red zone, and that's where most of the zombies get more deadly, and that's where the aggro starts picking up and being a lot worse. We're going to ship ourselves into one of those zones, and then we'll go from there basically. So we are currently on the aggro screen as well, because this is where one of the flaming things would have been if I didn't kill it. As you can see, some of these zombies already running at me, whilst I'm using melee. Trench knife, we'll take it. So don't get me wrong, I would love to get the next level again. That would be a cherry on top basically. But it might not be possible, but we'll see. If worst case scenario, I might fight with two titans sitting there if I can find a spot to divide them. But because how the profile is now set up, I can't see the individual instances anymore. But it becomes a bit more difficult, so we need to gauge it when we get there. We take a morphine because I don't know if I'll need it. Probably might if I'm going to potentially fight Flaming Giant Spider in this video, but not something I want to do in this at this stage of the game. But she just alerted everyone, so I may as well just go guns blazing until she's dead. Okay, thank you. I was wondering where my range was. Because this red card's like actually mapped out and shown on the map here, I'm going to look at. And there's nothing on there, and that happens from time to time anyway. And so that's 2. One more bit of food and that's us. So we've got one more zone and we're in the red zone. This is where I need to be a bit more careful with how I'm doing my mapping here, because I don't want to run this cheeky boss that will potentially kill me in one hit. This guy who's not even a boss. So Sorted Ass has got a challenge, it should go up in a second. Alright, here we go. So, as I said in the last video, you can see there is a pattern of the kind of things you should be doing when you play to start with to get to level 75. You should do the mission on the day you can. You should definitely do the OA if you can. You should do the bosses, at least 1 or 2 bosses a day, and look during that period. So we're now in the zone, the red zone now, so that's going to be... We're going to take a drink before we proceed. So we need to be careful now. So I'm going to kick ass. Let this van here. Maybe. Oh, okay, that's me being stupid. Try and run past them. So with that, we are now going to run into this giant spider. Now this thing's going to be very fast to deal with, and the aggro isn't going to be worth dealing with either. So what we'll do is we'll review the map. It is a basketball court, but it's not worth dealing with, in honesty. Just to kind of show what it is, for those who might be curious. I'll linger up one of these areas here so I can escape like a bad smell. So here it is. Okay, you know what? Let's do it. If that's something you don't want to do, you want to make sure you're kind of bobbing and weaving at least around them. And trying not to get hit because he will pack a motherfucking punch. Now, that being said, we do have aggro picking up here, so we want to kind of focus him to me if we can. Come on. Ah, fuck, he's gonna get stuck here. Is the idea. So I'll go in here, reset the area, go back out, loot that thing at dumpster. After that, so I was going to use that type of scratch my back, that's fine. What we'll do is we will come here. On the off chance he'll spawn below me, hopefully. So I want him coming right up this end here so I can just kite around him. There we go, so I'll bring the aggro down here. This side here, hopefully. And all you want to do is circle the spider. Yes, circle the spider yet again. Another boss you need to run about with. This one has a bit more of a leniency for it. I don't particularly like fighting these giant spiders, especially with 15% speed boost. But it does help, as you can see. And because we're killing it in the red zone at the top right, as you can see, we might actually get a better weapon drop here, or armour. More likely, hopefully it's going to be a weapon that we can potentially use. I wouldn't mind a better grenade launcher at this stage. Armdown's running about in a circle. He's just under half HP now. And because we got the Tyrant Chainsaw, it is actually proven to be very, very beneficial to use here. I'm actually surprised how beneficial it's been. Armdown's tracing it. Tracing the circle. Oh, now got hit there because I ran into him. Just chase the circle and you'll kill him eventually. I'm not getting a lot of XP from this, I don't think. I think I got maybe 20k, maybe 30 now. Then that's not too bad, but I'm not particularly sure how much to start with anyway. But killing this will actually be a very beneficial, basically. So yeah, that's it dead, so let's loot it and try to kill this thing before it hits us. It's a scratch. Talent 40, so not really particularly good, but that means we have killed our first Flame Giant Spider in this. And that's a great sign to start with, because we will have our bosses we need to deal with. We have a bunch more that we will be struggling to deal with, for example, the Flaming Black Titan, the Black Titan in general. Potentially the 4 Rumblers, maybe the 4 Flesh Hounds as well, like they might be difficult to deal with considering obviously our state of level and such. But we will see, like, it's never guaranteed that it is going to be that difficult. So from there, because we've killed that, we won't need to change instances, so we won't need to go up, we won't need to go down, we just continue as is. And I'm going to eat the 10 and veg as well, awesome here. If you're on the hardcore Iron Man account, you won't really particularly be doing much looting to start off with. You'll maybe loot every couple of areas, or if you're using chainsaw, you'll just run a bit fat. Reason being is because looting on the hardcore Iron Man account is kind of worthless in a sense, because you're not guaranteed to even get anything good because you're not able to use the marketplace at the same time. I'd probably recommend just focus on just grinding really. A chainsaw, that would be your best bet. Have plenty of heals, have second spare armor. Thanks, we'll take that. That's one thing I didn't do when that, now I'm remembering. We didn't even check the vendor, see if there's anything good in there. And that's a bad thing to do, because sometimes there is some very good items in there we might be able to use, but in this instance we didn't. And tuna, so we're actually getting a lot of fizz now, which is good, but don't need to worry about the what's it called? Health. I mean, don't get me wrong, I would like to heal right now just in case, but so far we don't need to worry about that. It's good to know we're getting at least one level here. I mean, we would like to get to level 40 already, but that's not in the cards for this video, I don't think. For the next one, yeah, more likely. Oh! There's a bit of a momentum freak out there. So we're nearly there. Grab this quickly. Red wine. So we are starting to get in the zone where obviously we are going to get level 45 items here. But because we're not at that level, we're not going to pick up anything amazing, unfortunately. So we'll just kind of do what we can. We got some grenades, which is very good. We'll need them. I mean, after now. They use 18 more. So we're nearly at the end here. I'll save some of those grenade launchers, grenades for now. Because we've got one more instance to go to the right, I'll let this throw some here. Some money, it's not particularly good money, but we take it. Hell yeah. Hits and you're dead. Free now, damn it. Even look like a fool. We're going to continue because we want to grab these titans as well if we can. We've got 20 minutes and we've already been doing a video for about an hour. Thankfully no cuts. So I hate doing the cuts for these videos because you just can see exactly what you need to do here. So I'm going to go up, then I'm going to go 3 right for the titans. Now we're not going to get our level up here. I'm definitely not going to get it because of the difference. But we might actually be okay overall. Roland Pro, we'll take it because we will sell it. Or at least try to. We're not going to be able to sell it in this section, this deep here. Stay getting it. Now, one thing that I should have actually done before I left is all the stuff on my sell list, I should have just scrapped it. Because the method I'm going to show you on how to get more of how to make some money might not even be possible right at this moment in time. And I'll explain why in a moment when we're down there, when we're blockaded. So 2 more. We've got some more grenades there. So I'm just going to walk this entire next screen. The reason I'm walking, just get that stamina back up. Once it fills, I'll start running again. I'll take the 12 gauge because we can potentially sell them down here. Can't see anymore. Nah. Okay. So fingers crossed this next screen has some sort of core if I can use. If that's the case, I'll just take them individually. So that aggro could be difficult. Not particularly going to be easy, I'll be honest, but we'll give it a try. Give it an old college try. So I mean, so the aggro is building up quite quickly. Because we're in the deeper area of the game, it's going to be a bit more difficult. The other method I can do is just walk backwards, shoot, just dodge as well. There is a particular spot I can use, I've just seen it there. Maybe a bit difficult to get to, but I need to make sure I get in there with just a Titan. Both of them, that's fine, come in. The respots can be fantastic if you've got a pistol or a weapon, you don't have anything else. You can get the bosses stuck on either end of this and use it as a shooting range. Or you can do what I'm doing. Okay.
kite him. What I'm going to do is going to start wasting some of these grenades I've got. So I'm going to get behind here. Just start shooting. All I'm doing is holding my S key, so it looks as if I'm still moving, as you can see. So if you sit AFK for too long, the game will think you are actually AFK, you're farming the system in that sense, and you are going to be nerfed in that sense. So all I'm doing is stand still, shooting the grenades, and I should actually be able to kill these guys and gain XP at the same time. See, one of them's already now dead, so once that one's dead, this main one here on the right will just eat all the grenades. Now, because we are getting very close to our goal here for XP, I think I should actually just sit and grind a little bit more. So one more. He's dead, so this one here will just take all these hits now. I got 9, I got 1,000 there, so it's not really that worth it. So as soon as I kill this one, I'm going to go to the right where that body is there. Look at that. One more. Got a couple more. 3, 2, here we go. So whilst it's dead, just shoot at her. Another one's came out. Sugar, okay. So we'll just use the chainsaw because this is a confined space, nothing can really attack us apart from him. But we need to be careful because these trees can be a massive barrier for us and can screw us over. So maybe we'll kill this thing. Oh! It's getting nasty now. One man now, he's stuck in this now, so he's dead. Let's look see this thing here and see what we get. Red Mesh SLX, oh, I mean shoot that. And a Ronan Pro. So it might not have been worth it overall to do that, but that being said, we can now go down. I'll just waste these grenades, so I've got 53 to use. Right, hold the button to shoot and move. Like I said, we're going to try to waste all these grenades, not all of them, but the 45 I've got here. Just so I can have more room in my inventory, so I want to use them up at least. Look, that's awesome here. Oh, more grenades. I'll take it. That's not what we want here. It's another Titan, so I may as well go take it on. And we get all this. It's not what we want. So this is the other method you can use to take down bosses as well, just walk backwards. As you can see, I've not got any aggro to deal with right now, so let's just do this. I've blocked off the screen enough for the aggro to die down. but you can hear it. So we'll double down a little bit here, start pivoting downwards. I mean, we could potentially get on next level as well, but I'm not particularly sure how much it is. So what I'm going to do is go try to loot this car. Maybe? Nope, nothing. That's fine. Open up my menu here, just to double check the profiler. Let's see. So I got me as level 34, love that. Let's have a look. Okay, I'm nowhere near. Nowhere near to the next level, so that's fine, we'll just go going. Oh, my DQ wasn't working, don't know why. So I'm 61% to the next level. Not worth waiting about, to be honest. So just go down one. And just to show where we are on the map as well, for those who might want to use this strat with the barricades. So, 4 pasters here where my crosser is. Straight down, go straight right, up 1, right 2, down 1. That's you. That's you at, we'll pass at the southeast zone now. We came from Fort Pastor, so we will make our way down to the bottom right, to this house here. Reason being we're making our way down to that house specifically, well, one of those 2 houses down there, is because that has 1 door, and we can use it to our advantage. I shouldn't be using morphine, I could just selling it down here. Fine, I'll use that as well, because why not? Yeah, I'm going to be looting a few things down here as well, because of the zone we're in, technically we could loot something good as far as I'm aware. But we'll skip. Oh, we need to fight these guys now. Again, dodge them. Bumper cars if he's. You hit him. Look at this. Or grenades, it's fine, we'll take them. So we must be in the zone where grenades are very much more common. That's fantastic, to be honest. But what you'll be fine is there's quite a lot more special infected than there is actual normal infected here. At least that's what I am fine with my results. So let's loot this. And let's go inside. So we're going to go straight to the top. We're not going to care about anything else. We're just going straight to the top and work our way down loot wise. Because there's always a few bits of loot we can pick up. So there's nothing in there, but it adds to our loot score. Left, we've got in here. Nothing there. Okay. So in here. Nothing there. Delightful, we love that. Up in here, now I just see the siren there, so that might be a bit more difficult. Tin salmon, I'll eat it. So, I think next one's going to be, or if we can pick it up because we can sell it. I don't know if the next swing of my axe is going to be a crit or not. But we're going to need to find out, or just do this. And miss. So, as long as you have a claw hammer and a nail, some nails and a wooden plank, you can barricade doors. And you will set up something called just your own personal outpost, basically. Now, you need to be committed to this when you're going to do it, because if you come off it even for a second, as you've seen, it resets. So just bear that in mind. But because we've cleared everything out here, we can press O and it will open up a new screen here. So just to show what's going on. So from hardened of explosives there, I'm going to put in some into. So at this stage you don't really have to do much, but I'm going to put more into reloading here. We're not getting Wraith Can, and as you can see, stuff has sold. Well, that's sold. So we're now in Southeast Zone, so we have some options in terms of how we are going to basically work for our money. I'm going to take all of these out for now. So pretty much we shouldn't have looted anything here, but we could scrap a lot of stuff here. So for example, Ronan, the weapons will just pop up here. The trench knife we'll keep for now, I guess. Go to trade. And we'll see. So the trading system down here is a lot more different than it is up north. So this is when we look at stuff like the Nero and such, because this tells us a lot more. So freak 3000. So sell for 2. We will potentially sell that there, but with our barricade kits we've got here, we now have some prime opportunity to make money. Let's just count how many kits we actually have here, because it's going to be a bit of a mess. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 9, 10, 11. So we have quite a lot of kits sitting here. So you might be thinking, okay, what do we need to do here? So let's have a look at our barricade kits. So they're selling for 37,000 at this stage. So we want to add on, just say 35 each. Yeah. And see all of this extra stuff we got here. I'm going, oh, yeah, I'll take it off because I need to. Everything else I've got here, I will take off for now because I'll find an alternative way to sell that, or at least do something with it. Thankfully, I do have another account. You can make another account and use this method yourself because it gives you extra room, basically. So I'm just going to put all these in here. All of this is going in here. So going to pop this here. Now I'm just going to swap this around because I don't want to particularly put in grenades I am using. So this item is non-transferable. So that's kind of in the backside. So I'll just, drop them. So let's go to storage again. Let's see. Put them on there. That's fine. Go to trading again. Sell. Let's get rid of this. Let's pop them all into our trade menu of my main now. Just to clarify, none of this stuff actually goes to my main account. This is all staying on this specific account. You can make multiple accounts as well, but it's up to yourself how you want to do that. So that would imply it's going to be its own thing. So, as you can see, I've just put 18 barricading kits and 1 wooden plank on there, and the expected return is about 643,000. So that is a potential outcome for this, because people come down to this area to do the loot runs and such. Like for myself, I like to commit to a death row run because there's a lot more benefit to it. You will sometimes find that people are in need for stuff like barricade kits quite often. What you also find more often enough is a lot of this stuff down here is more cheaper. So see if I go to let's go special. So let's see. So Energy, biomass energy cells, that's stupid pricing. And gasoline, still quite cheap. Let's see, grenades itself. So grenades are going to be expensive. Heavy grenades are quite expensive as well, but they're going to be more sought after when they're down here. But you're going to be looking more often. One thing here. Is it? Let's look at the stuff here. So, for example, you've got a bunch of other stuff you can pick up here. So, in most of the stuff you see here will be possible to pick up later on. Um, so yeah, so if it is options, you just need to remember there is definitely stuff there you can do to bring down to sell, but it's its own trading environment itself. So for example, what you'll find is a lot of the melee items and such is selling for scrap price. You may be thinking, why do you not just come straight down here to buy us? Well, they don't particularly want to kind of do this until you're ready. So for example, Golden Sledge isn't something I would particularly say go for at a stage. Weapons, let's see. So you got yourself a Falcon, go use that. Emulator, dearer actually down here than it is up north. Junker, way too expensive for what it is. Got stuff like the paw. We can't use this yet. We're getting very close to it. But it's just always different kind of things. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this in the mode, move it to the side because you don't need to see it, but I can discuss it. So for example, I want to get a better grenade launcher because this makeshift isn't going to be good overall. Because I've got 90 in 95 in grenades. The best thing I can use right now is actually a worse grenade launcher. That's the MGL 6. Could pick up the XM25, so let's have a look at the XM25. So it's cheaper, but you can see like there, it's actually Godcraft one's actually not too bad. Let me check what a junker is in Outpost. Junker is nearly 700,000. So let's see what a Daystar is, because that's what I was going to get. Daystar is that much. Actually, that one's expensive, but that's actually nearly perfect for what it is. So when you're down here, the other kind of method to make money is something called Scrapper. So I've taken all my money out here, and what I'm going to do is going to go into melee. Going to buy everything that's below scrap price, and you can realise what that is. Now, I'd rather go under 15,000, so these ones here I'll take. But what you realise now is I don't have any money left. I have 8,000. I still have some more stuff to buy. Could buy, or want to buy. So there is other kind of things caveats you need to look at here. So, for example, does that meet your specification of what you want to buy? Is it under X amount for you? There's just different kind of scenarios you need to look at. One of the more common things you'll find is it's always better, well, 9 times out of 10, it's always better to buy the melees. Like, that's just not worth it. Sometimes you want the armors as well. So, for example, bioreactive, that's worth more in the outposts. Yeah, by 10k it's cheaper. So, not really worth picking up. You've got an Excel measure. Oof. Bought mine for cheaper. Let's see, you've got this, which is not even worth buying for you. This is 5k under as well, so you have a lot of options to kind of buy certain things. But because I am poor now, that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll earn about 10, 20, 30, 40, 45k on top of that. So what my plan is now is to basically BS the game a little bit. When you're in these private outposts, you are kind of stuck in these until you decide to leave or till you're kicked out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just double check the kit price here. Fine with that. So if we can make this money here, I'll reinvest that for another run. Then we'll come down, buy more scrap, sell it, scrap it, and then we'll go from here. But I'm going to BS the game here. So I'm going to hit Inner City, and it'll throw me in the screen to go into the city. But that's it. That's all I'm going to do. So from here, black screen it because you don't need to see anything because it's not going to be appearing for DF. I'm going to end this episode here. So by the time I log in next, I'll be in the city, but my barricade will be up still, so I won't need to worry. But yeah, this is how you the two alternative ways you can make money in this game. You can be a barricade kit supplier in Death Row, or you can buy scrap items and then just go back to the post and scrap them. But yeah, guys, I'm going to leave it from here. Hope you enjoy yourself, and goodbye.